Good day, everybody. This is Dick Johnson, lead pastor at St. Luke's Lutheran Church, for our weekly pastoral conversations to just let you know what's going on. And I'm coming to you before Sunday, October the 11th, to kind of give you a little bit of a preview. We are going to be worshiping outside in person this weekend, beginning at 10 o'clock. If you have accessibility issues and like to park in the parking lot, the south parking lot, before the service, we would welcome you to do so. We do close the lot off just at about 5 minutes to 10, so that we don't have any traffic running through there during the service itself. So please get there just a little bit early, park on the south side of the parking lot, and then come on over, find yourself a comfortable spot under the trees, and we should have a wonderful weekend. It's supposed to be a beautiful day on Sunday morning, so we look forward to seeing you there. If you're not able to do that, our online worship service will be available to everybody beginning at 5 o'clock on Saturday evening on our website. So we would encourage you to do one of those two things. I do want to share with you a couple of other things that are really important. We are going to be doing a virtual crop walk this year. We're not going to be gathering together and walking as a community. And so each person is invited to take either a 5K or a 10K walk, find your own sponsorships, in other words, talk to people who would be willing to sponsor you per mile or per the walk, and then turn that money in to the church office, and then we will turn it into the crop organization. There are sponsorship sheets available for you. They can be found at the church office. Church office is open from 10 till 2, Monday through Friday, and they will be also available on Sunday morning during our in-person worship service outside. We also want to remind you of a coat drive that's going on this week. We are going to be collecting coats for Refugee One for their winter warmth donation drive. Claire English is going to be taking all of the coats that we receive here and will be bringing them down to the Refugee One Center. So if you have coats that you would like to drop off to the church, please do so between now and Sunday morning. After Sunday services, Claire will be bringing those down to Refugee One. So again, the office is open this week from 10 till 2, and then it'll be open on Sunday morning. So if you have coats that you'd like to drop off, please bring them over to church, and we'll make sure that that happens. We did send out our third quarter giving statements this last week. We're so thankful for your faithfulness, your financial faithfulness at this time. Hopefully you can take a look at your financial statement. If there's any corrections that need to be made, please call the church office. But you can also kind of find out and see where you're at this point in the year. We do want to share with you that we are at about $67,000 behind, or what I mean by that is that our expenses have exceeded our income for this year by $67,000, which sounds like a lot of money, which it is. But last year at this time, we were $84,000 behind. So it's very typical in churches that we're a little bit like retail in the sense that we have large giving usually around Easter, and then in December we make up for a lot of lost time during the year. And we're hoping to do that this year. Of course, this year is going to be different than any other year we've ever experienced. We don't know exactly what Christmas and Thanksgiving is going to look like this year, but we encourage you and invite you to be faithful in your giving so that we can continue to do all the programming that we need to do. We have some very exciting news on the pastoral search front. We have identified a candidate that we are going to be possibly recommending to the Congregational Council in the very near future. So that is very exciting. So it's very important that in the middle of this pandemic, we continue to keep our commitments as best we can under these circumstances so that the church, when the pandemic has kind of moved past us, that we can move back into what we would call a normal programming schedule. And so we look forward to having you help us with that. So we do also want to just talk a little bit briefly about the in-person inside survey that we shared with you over the last several weeks. We want to thank you. We received over 186 responses to that survey, which is amazing. We are going to be taking the materials that we received in that survey, and we are going to be sharing it with our COVID task force, as well as with our worship and music cabinet in the very near future. And then we're going to be looking at the data, and then we will make a recommendation to the Congregational Council, which is meeting next week, next Tuesday night. The council then will take the information that is shared with them. They'll look at all of the survey results and then make a final decision on how we move forward. Just be aware that all of the decisions that we make here at St. Luke's regarding issues around this COVID pandemic are done out of an extreme caution and safety for our members and for our friends. And so as we look through all of the data and look at your responses, we will be getting back with you very soon about our commitment moving forward. I think it's safe to say that as long as the weather is cooperating with us, that we will probably be doing in-person outside worship through the end of the month of October. So anything that we would decide to do beyond that will be communicated to you at that point. So just be aware of that at this time. We do want to, I believe, just indicate that we are continuing to pray for you and for our members. We had a prayer concern recently by one of our members who asked that we particularly pray for students and parents as they are struggling with all of the ramifications of the pandemic. Not only the students in our public schools and parochial schools here in the Chicagoland area, but our college students as well. This is a very stressful time for those who have just graduated from college and are looking for work. So we want you to know that we hold you in our deep love as we move through this together. Again, if there's ever a time that we can be of any service or help to you, we invite you to communicate with us either through cell phone, which you can find on on the website, or you can email me or any one of the staff members, and we will get back with you as soon as possible. So I believe that those are the announcements that we have for today or this week, and we look forward to seeing you either in person or virtually on Sunday. We would remind you that if you do come in the in-person service on Sunday, bring a chair if you can. We do have chairs available here. Bring your own communion elements, wine, bread, or grape juice. We do have elements here as well, but you can kind of contour that to the thing, either a chair that you feel comfortable with or the elements that you feel comfortable with from home. So we would just remind you of that as well. So have a great week. Enjoy the beautiful weather that's supposed to be upon us this week, and look forward to seeing you as soon as possible.